It's been a long 8 months of lockdowns and rising COVID cases. While many celebrities have spoken out against going out, choosing to be better role models for their fan bases by remaining indoors and social distancing, there have been quite a few high-profile faces who seem to blatantly not care. People across the world have been advised to stay home and social distance, regardless of reopening plans, in order to combat the spread of COVID-19. To some of these celebrities' surprise, they've been caught in the act, ignoring the rules. Here's 10 celebrities who've been caught. Number 10. Kylie Jenner. Ah yes, the self-made billionaire and Kardashian Jenner royalty Kylie herself. She was recently photographed while on the way to hang out with her longtime best friend Anastasia, or as she's better known, Stassi. Kylie was spotted on her way to Kara Nicolaou's Los Angeles home despite strict LA shelter-in-place rules. What's even worse is that not too long afterwards, Jenner invited friends over to her massive home. Instead of keeping it under wraps, the social media socialite decided to post a slew of Instagram photos and TikTok videos of her getting cozy with their closest confidants. This all comes after the billionaire had originally pleaded to her 171 Instagram followers to follow COVID guidelines and practice social distancing to limit the spread of the virus.
Reminders about how important it is right now to practice social distancing and self-quarantine.
It backfired, though, as fans began to realize that Kylie wasn't following her own cautious self, causing a slew of blasts for thinking she's above the stay-at-home orders. Number 9. Madonna. The musical prodigy has reportedly taken a trip overseas from the UK all the way over to Bridgehampton, New York, in order to attend the birthday festivities for Stephen Klein. The pop sensation was even seen getting up close and personal, hugging Klein at the event, which of course was live-streamed. She might have had her reasons though, even if they still don't matter. She revealed days before her trip that she had tested positive for COVID-19 antibodies. But just as anybody knows, just because you have the antibodies doesn't mean you can go out and be careless. Number 8. Iggy Azalea. The fancy singer who dominated the 2000s is apparently immune to any business closures. Despite non-essential workers being out of work, Iggy Azalea still requested her personal nail technician to pay her a home visit. Even worse, she tweeted out about finally getting a manicure and went as far as to share a photo of it. This of course resulted in a slew of Twitter threads bashing the musician for having a non-essential worker enter her home, setting a bad example for her fans. Iggy responded to those attacks saying that it's her business and not anyone else's, which might be true, but of course is still problematic. Number 7. Justin Bieber. The newlywed mega pop star recently visited his family in Canada, even though they weren't previously quarantining together. Bieber had begun his quarantine with his new wife, Hailey Bieber. After a few Instagram posts were posted of the singer with his siblings, fans began to question the ethical decision he made. This was also surprising for Justin Bieber considering the release of his duet song with Ariana Grande titled Stuck With You, which is a song about being in quarantine. You'd think he was taking it seriously. Number 6. Kendall Jenner. The supermodel and Kardashian Jenner royalty member Kendall reportedly went on a road trip to Arizona with NBA player Devin Booker in order to escape the confines of Los Angeles. A source reportedly tipped off the story, saying how Kendall and her friends that went on the road trip with her are part of a small social circle that had previously been strictly following stay-at-home guidelines and therefore were safe to travel together. Even if this were true, it still gives off the wrong message, being that it's okay not to social distance if you do this and that. Not a good look. Supermodels are not excluded from COVID rules, and neither is Arizona. Number 5. Keanu Reeves. Hollywood A-lister Keanu Reeves faced incredible backlash when he, along with around 200 people, attended a wrap party in Germany for the latest Matrix film. This is obviously really bad. Reports have suggested that the party was disguised as a film shoot in order to bypass COVID guidelines. The party itself happened over at the Babelsberg Film Studios in Potsdam, which is west of Berlin. It may be worth mentioning that while this was blatantly reckless, parties of up to 50 people each are allowed in that area, but only if the host registers the event in advance and receives approval from authorities in reference to a hygiene plan. Regardless of the logistics, one question remains. Why? Everyone else seems to be doing virtual wrap parties just fine. Number 4. Dua Lipa. The British pop sensation has faced massive criticism after breaking social distancing rules back in August when she attended a rather big gathering for her 25th birthday. The picture posted on social media revealed attendees like Jaden Smith. No masks or social distancing was made clear in any of these posts. This came to fans' surprise considering the emotional live Instagram the singer posted back before the release of her latest album, Future Nostalgia, when she was in tears debating whether or not it was tone deaf to release music in a time when people are struggling. Seems that the concern didn't last all too long, though. Regardless, it was a poor choice on the British pop royalty's part. Number 3. Jake Paul. The YouTube celebrity Jake Paul was insanely criticized after throwing a full-fledged party at his Calabasas mansion amidst the raging pandemic. The reports of this event got so bad, especially since it was posted all over social media, that the Calabasas mayor declared that any future events of this stature would be banned. Number 2. Rita Ora. Cara and Poppy Delevingne were pictured at Rita Ora's private party at a restaurant in Notting Hill, where police were called to the event. Later on, Rita did take to Instagram to apologize for attending such a gathering, claiming that she's so embarrassed for breaking the COVID guidelines. Number 1. Kim Kardashian. Topping the list of celebrity wrongdoings with COVID is none other than Kim Kardashian, who, of course, as we all know, is never one to turn down a good time. With her 40th birthday coming and going, the mother and future lawyer organized a luxurious vacation with friends and family to a private island. This is obviously a tone-deaf thing to do, considering many people are unable to put food on the table. But it gets worse. Kim Kardashian even shared photos of the trip on social media, writing that she organized the trip to pretend things were normal just for a brief moment in time. This is an obvious display of enormous privilege and a reckless use of a platform where so many people look up to her. It's one thing to see your family, but to organize a trip of over 20 people and then publicize it is another level of tone deaf. Not cool. Well, there you have it. These were the top 10 celebrities who were caught breaking COVID rules. From casual hangouts to massive rap parties to a full-on trip to a private island with over 20 of your closest family and friends. There really does seem to be a desperate need for some serious reality checks for some of the biggest stars in the game. Which celebrity disappointment was most surprising to you? Which one wasn't that bad? Leave a comment down below and let us know. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up below and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this one.